Sports, presented by Grand Lake Health. We're here at New Bremen High School to bring you high school varsity volleyball, where today the Jackson Center Tigers are in town to take on the New Bremen Cardinals. Today's game is brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Clyde Gem, Precision Strip, Schwieterman's Pharmacies, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwieterman Incorporated, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, and welcome and good afternoon. I'm Dennis Henshin along with Jeff Henshin. Happy to have you with us as we are at New Bremen High School as two area teams of some significance get ready to square off here this afternoon, and that being the Jackson Center Tigers versus the New Bremen Cardinals. Jeff, this should be a dandy again, even though the records aren't quite that good for each team. This should be a good one.
Both these teams have had a strong power house, if you will, in this recent seasons. Both teams have represented Division IV volleyball in this area very well, making state tournament runs, championships, etc. They battled well. They were led by two good coaches, and Coach Diana Kramer for New Bremen and Coach Kim Metz for Jackson Center. And New Bremen's off to a good start of 4-0, as you mentioned. It's the Jackson Center Tigers that are right now just a 500, 2-2. But they beat a very good Marion local team to open up the season in 5 sets, and you know that's a good win. They lost to Lehman Catholic, who beat Marion, or who battled with Marion local as well. So, you know, it should be a good matchup. These teams, again, very strong traditions here recently, and have done a nice job throughout the seasons in volleyball.
Well, like you said, Jeff, two big area coaches who are well known in this sport and basically are doing it all. These two ladies, let's just grasp this for a second. These two ladies have both been to the state Final Fours 4 times. Each lady's won it twice. And in the case of Diane Kramer, she's won 1 at New Bremen and 1 at St. Henry. And she got beat 20 when she had a 27-0 team, and that still grinds her because she lost with her undefeated team, even though she won 1.
And that team she lost to had lost 9 in a row, I think, or 8 in a row. 8 in a row times they were runner-up, and then the 9th time is when they beat Coach Kramer at St. Henry.
All right.
And ruined their undefeated season.
That I didn't know. Now on the other side, Kim Metz has been at her same school at Jackson Center. I think it's over 30 years
32
now.
Seasons.
Okay.
What she's in right now.
All right. So there you have it. We've got legacies, we've got skill, and we've got great people at the top of these programs. We'll be right back in a few minutes to start this game, so stick with us and we'll be right back.
At Grand Lake Health, we offer urgent care services within Joint Township District Memorial Hospital. Upon arrival, each patient is greeted and healthcare professionals assess the level of care required. Urgent care services extend your access to quality health care, complete for non-life-threatening problems. Our state-of-the-art facility and host of diagnostic and treatment options allow you to receive the treatment you deserve in a timely and courteous way. Grand Lake Health Systems, the highest quality health care for you and your family.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a 3rd-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Okay, welcome to New Bremen High School, where we're just getting ready for the starting lineups, and we want to bring those to you by American Trim, who is the sponsor of the starting lineups. But we'll first of all probably have the non-starters, so hang with us just a second. And the Jackson Center Tigers are going to be ready to be introduced right away. And Kim Metz, the head coach. We'll have a little, there you are. Okay. Number 12, Elena Plattfoot. Number 14, Kennedy Jackson. Number 20, Hope Boozer. Number 24, Morgan Kipner. Number 30, Shia Akers. Number 32, Reagan Davison. And number 34, Megan Argerbright. And here's your starter. Number 10, Elizabeth Hickey. Number 11, Ashley Mullenhauer. Number 22, DJ Wells. And number 31, Sarah Clark. And number 33, Katie Clark. And your libero, number 2, Ava Winner. Those are brought to you by American Trim. Now we'll shed our focus over here to the New Bremen Cardinals. There's a picture of the coaches over there. Head coach Diana Kramer, helped by Andrea Qualhorst and Jan Beike. And here's your non-starter. Number 1, Katie Howell. Number 2, Gabby Heckman. Number 7, Kaylee Friend. Number 9, Ellie Tangeman. Number 10, Chloe Borhorst. Number 11, Abby Powers. Number 14, Rihanna Paul. And here's your starters. And first one will be number 4, Ashton Heitkamp. Number 5, Josie Reinhardt. Number 6, Taylor Paul. Number 8, Macy Putoff. Number 12, Clara Pape. Number 13, Ellie Rutgerman. And the libero, number 0, Diana Heitkamp. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by American Trim. We'll be ready for the first service here. Let's go to the keys of the game right now. If we can, we'll bring them up, take a look at it. Jeff, you want to read them off?
The Jackson Center Tigers, they want to make sure they get better ball control. They like to stay in what they call the system, and it all starts with a good first touch, a nice set, and a good attack. Want to read the ball quickly. New Bremen's going to have a host of hitters coming at them. Have to follow the ball, know what direction it's coming at, be ready for those attacks by the Cardinals, and eliminate scoring runs. The game of volleyball is a bunch of momentum, and if you can get on a run, you can really bury a team, and it makes it difficult to come back from. And for the New Bremen Cardinals, they want to win the serve-receive game. Look for them to serve aggressively, but they also want to make sure that they can receive the serve from Jackson Center, a team that serves very well percentage-wise. We'll see basically which team serves more aggressively. New Bremen likes to serve aggressive. Eliminate errors. Again, every coach wants to make sure they field the ball cleanly, handle it well, eliminating double hits or receiving errors, and find ways to get on scoring runs. As Coach Metz wants to eliminate the runs, Coach Kramer wants to get on the run. So both coaches, same mindset. No question, why they're as good as they are. They do things right and strive for perfection. Fundamental volleyball, and they teach it well and they instruct it well, and that's what has them, again, I said in pregame, 2 storied teams here, especially New Bremen as of late. Jackson Center has been strong as well for the past years, if you will. Both, you mentioned state title runs here and there, so good school systems for these volleyball programs.
Yeah, they both programs have lots of ladies who are now playing at the next level. Obviously, most people know of Paige Jones at Michigan, but New Bremen or Jackson Center has several ladies also playing at the college level at some smaller schools. So they deliver athletes to the next level. And there's a mishandled by the New Bremen Cardinals.
First kill of the game goes to number 22, Deja Wells. She comes in with just over a kill per set, has a 125 hitting percentage.
Ashley Mullenhauer back to serve.
She serves at 96%. I mentioned a little bit ago the Tigers like to serve the ball well, and they do.
And there's a cut over there in the front row there by Paul as she gets it down just a little deeper than the spike line on the other side. Our referees today in the up position will be Dan Cook, and Randy Tester is the referee on the other side.
For Taylor Paul, her first kill, she comes in tied with the lead at under 3. Both her and Josie Reinhardt averaging 2.9 kills per set.
Paul with that one, and Paul dinks that across, and it finds the floor for another kill for her.
One of the few times you'll see the off-speed attack from the Cardinals. They usually go
Wide
hard
open.
and fast. Yes, 100%, 100 miles an hour, and that time changeup fell in for her second kill, back-to-back for her.
Reinhardt served it, she just bumped it. There's Rechterman over the heads of the second row, but down on the floor.
Rechterman just under 1 kill per set, so she's hitting out of the middle and has a 296, a very good hitting percentage for Ellie Rechterman. Just under 300, means she is efficient on her attacks and doesn't have hitting errors.
And there's a block, but the ball falls out of bounds. Point goes to Jackson Center. Kill over there, I believe, was by
Katie Clark.
yes,
33.
yes,
She now goes back to serve. Katie, 2.1 kills percent. She has a very good hitting percentage at 310. Anytime you're above 300, that's very good. 200 is not bad, and if you're below that, you're sometimes scoring more points for the other team than you are for your own team.
And there's one, and the Bremen's in the net on the follow-through on the block attempt. So a kill there by
Sarah
Clark, sister to Katie Clark. And point goes to the Tigers. Score goes 3-3. And there's a setter who has the right to hit. She's in the front row. She wound up on that one. You saw her bring it from her hips.
And she's right-handed, and it came on that particular side that she was able to turn. She is the setter with 8 assists per game, but also a kill and a half per set. So that's how she gets them. I mean, usually she's setting the ball, but she's also being a front row player with the Bremen running a 5-1, able to attack it, and that whoever bumped it to her will get credit for the assist. But Claire Pape, that right-hand wheelhouse, he said from the hip, also can score as an attacker.
The last one was hit out of bounds by the Tigers. So it's a hitting error, and there's a ball handling error by the Tigers for a double hit on the set.
This is somewhat a run now. Rechterman's been serving a few points here back-to-back, and volleyball can get you in a hole very quickly. If you're the Tigers, you have to be careful. Try to get a good side out, and they get one.
And there's one off the block by Clark.
Attack went to Sarah Clark.
And off the block of the New Bremen Cardinal girls, and down on the New Bremen side, point goes to Jackson Center.
Deja Wells, 94% server on the season. Good play by Paul to get the third hit over.
And that one comes under the net, so point to the Cardinals.
Paul and Putoff combined on the termination block.
And that will bring Ashton Heitkamp into the lineup as Diana Heitkamp steps out. Aggressive hit there. Nice dig there by Rechterman as she kept that one alive. Hit hard. There's a dink push. That one's pushed across by Algebright. And here comes Clark. That's blocked off of the Cardinals, out of bounds, point Jackson Center.
Sarah Clark, her third kill already here in set number 1. A good volley, nice digs you mentioned by Rechterman for one, and Jackson Center, though, wins the battle with Sarah Clark getting her third kill.
Jackson Center features probably more height than New Bremen with Algebright, Clark, and Hickey are all right around the 6'6" mark. So they have some nice size for their hitters. And that one is hit hard by Putoff, but it's wide left. Point goes to Jackson Center.
First error committed by the Cardinals as far as attacking or serving or ball handling. You get a good look there at Kim Metz in her 32nd season, all at Jackson Center. So she started back in 1987. The fall of '87 has been there since.
There's a dink by Putoff, gets over the block and into the hole at the front of the net.
So they don't usually go off speed often. That's twice now we've seen them an off speed variety. For Macy Putoff, her first kill.
It works if you give them the hard stuff, because they're back. They're expecting the hard stuff. There's one off a block, played nicely by Heitkamp. Got across by Reinhardt. Clark down.
Pretty good timing there. Sarah Clark, a 5'10" sophomore, A lot of velocity on that. Good strength, good arm swing by Sarah Clark. Her 4th kill. She's right now really the main attacker for the Tigers. Another quick look here.
You see her. Yeah, she elevates well. Kept it in front of her face and got her body and her shoulder into it. That one's pretty close. And underneath the net, into the net, number 5, that will be Reinhardt. So
Sarah Clark serving 98%, 52 out of 53 coming into this match. The Tigers as a team serve almost 96%. So they concentrate and work on making sure the serve is inbounds on the other side.
That one's just babied across there by the Cardinals. Lucky to save it up close. And the hit there by Hickey was blocked. Can't be played.
Heitkamp and Macy Putoff combined on the termination block.
Combo stuff block there by those two.
Take another quick look here. Is good. That's the end of it, but Heitkamp and Putoff combined.
Putoff with the serve. Dug there in the back row by Hickey. No, dug in the back row there by Boozer.
Ball handling error, the 2nd of the set for the Tigers. Macy Putoff, a good server for the Cardinals. There are 12 aces coming in, but a very good 93% accuracy. Coach Kramer likes to serve aggressive, and Putoff getting the aces and keeping the ball playable.
Heitkamp, Ashton that is, cross court, out. And it is out. I thought from where I was sitting it was in, but it was out. So point to the Tigers, and Hickey goes back to serve for the Tigers.
Good call, out of bounds.
Elizabeth Hickey serving. Paul setting. Reinhardt hitting. Dug there nicely by the libero. Retkerman up high and pushes it down off the block, point to the Cardinals.
Good volley. Ava Winter, the Jackson center
nice
libero, did a nice dig to keep it alive, but the nice back set by Reinhardt, and Retkerman two-hand push down, if you will, for her 2nd kill of the set.
Heitkamp serve there for the Cardinals. Hit there by Clark. Over by Paul. So Paul gets the kill.
Right at her season average, hits her 3rd kill of the set. Came in with just under 3 at 2.9, but Paul, a very good hitting percentage, 364. That's exceptional.
Heitkamp with another serve, jump serve. Clark off the block of the Cardinals. And
I believe Heitkamp, when she went to retrieve it, slid under the net and touched the other side with her hand, which is a violation.
She kept the ball alive, but stepped across the line. So, point to the Tigers. Back to serve for them is Mullenhauer. Paul with the hit. Bump there. Algebright pushes it across. Reinhardt with the hit, dug out of the back row.
3-ball, good chance for the Cardinals here.
Blocked, picked up, and there, finally, put down there by
Taylor Paul.
Taylor Paul.
Good rhythm again, as it looked like New Bremen was on the attack for most of it. Jackson Center came back with a couple good swings as well, and Paul able to muscle in for her 4th kill of set 1.
Retkerman flies up the net, off the block. Can't be handled there, off of Wells' hands as well. So kill for Retkerman, and the Cardinals take a 4-point lead, 14-10.
Junior Ellie Retkerman having a nice set at the net there out of the middle. 3 kills already, and a service ace by the Cardinals. And a bit of a run.
Gary Raspberry was unable to handle that on the 2nd hit as it ricocheted over to him. Yeah, he just now woke up, so get him another cup of coffee, folks.
Reinhardt, a good server as well. 7 aces now in the season, 93% accuracy for Reinhardt.
And that's mishandled in the back row. Can't be played. Kill there by Paul again.
Johnny bench for Taylor Paul. 5 kills now. And Bremen a 6-point lead. Coach Metz not taking a timeout. Bremen again on a bit of a run here. We'll see what happens after this point.
And that's a lift. So Wells tried to bump it across, got underneath it, open hand carry. Point there for the Cardinals. And that's a soft by Reinhardt, and it is left short. So point goes instantly to the Tigers, 17-11. You said not call timeout. Kim Metz I've watched her through the years. She makes her kids try to get out of the hole themselves, that she doesn't bail them out. She's telling them they got to do it. Ball was not handled well by the Cardinals. Hits into the net and down. Point goes to
Coach
the Tigers.
Kramer, mixes up the serve there. They go aggressive, and then they call for a change-up, an off-speed pitch, which was short. Now, Bremen had a hitting error, so back-to-back service or back-to-back points by the Tigers, and now a hitting error. So that's quickly. We talk about timeouts. Coach Metz doesn't call it, but New Bremen opened the door for him with a miss hit on the serve. Jackson Center is taking advantage of it. Now they've run off 3 straight, and still no timeouts called by either coach.
There's a ball hit again by Paul off the block and down as the Tigers couldn't play it.
Number 6 has 6 now, so she's had a very good
first opening set. When we say they don't call timeout, when we get into the 20s, they'll call timeouts. But when you have, and there's a nice combo stuff block over there by Putoff and Paul.
They've combined already once tonight. Paul and Putoff have, but they do it again for a termination block.
19-13, Cardinals lead, and a swing and a miss, but no contact by number 10, Elizabeth Hickey, out of bounds. Line judge accurately calls it long. Point goes to the Tigers. There's another chance for Paul, or for Pape to hit it. There's a slide to Putoff. She gets it down.
Her second kill. I like that slide play. I think it gives the girls a lot of momentum, almost like a layup. You can run after it, and you don't have to kind of worry about going to the net because you're not really going at it. But then you can use your whole body to kind of pivot, whip, and deliver the blow for Putoff. Her second kill.
And Paul's serve goes into the net, so point goes to the Tigers, 15-20. They trail by 5.
Going to Bremen on top by 5. They've had 4 hitting errors, 3 serving errors, and a couple ball handling errors. So that's 9 errors in this game. So 9 of the 15 Jackson Center points have come at the hands, if you will. Make it now.
Kennedy Jackson with an ace off the deflection. So Jackson back to serve again.
Jackson records her 5th ace. She serves at 94%. If you hear me talk about Jackson Center servers, they are all in the 90s, and I believe the lowest is at 93%.
There's a nice save by the Tigers. Pape goes up to go over the crowd, but it's dug there and blocked there by Putoff and down.
Putoff and Ashton Heitkamp, they have also combined together once before. So
yes,
Putoff having a monster game at the net blocking. Paul and Ashton Heitkamp also helping out at times, but Macy Putoff has been a part of 4 stuff blocks.
And that one is put down there by, I believe, Sarah Clark. Yes.
So she likewise, like Taylor Paul, who has 6, Sarah Clark with 5, and Tigers hanging around, just a 4-point deficit, need to get another consecutive serve, and they will get one.
And there's a serve receive that goes out of bounds. Point to the Tigers.
7 aces now in the season for Sarah Clark. Now, again, 98%. She came into the match, 52 out of 53 balls hit over the net and inbounds. Force the other team to make the play.
And there's a hit by Putoff out of the middle. That gets down.
One
Point
thing with
to
a
the
good
Cardinals.
team like Bremen, if you put the ball over the net and give them a chance to play it. Teams like Bremen, though, if you get it to them soft and they get a good first touch and a good set, the third attack, the third touch is going to be pretty hard and aggressive.
Might as well just
right there.
put it on the board.
So that's a trade-off, whether you serve aggressive and try to make the first touch difficult and force a setter to run after it. A lot of times you'll end up with a much weaker attack.
Some nice volleys here by these two teams. Heitkamp dug that one. Reinhardt in on the line, in the back of the line. So point to the Cardinals, 23-18.
Josie Reinhardt, one of the leaders on the Bremen team with kills at just under 3. Both her and Taylor Paul, same numbers. For Reinhardt, her first kill of set 1 for the 6-foot junior.
Just a point of note, basically Reinhardt missed all of the preseason. In fact, she missed 1 game this week. She's been suffering from a back problem that they're trying to fix, appease, or whatever you want to call it. Baby it along. Clark with a hit there, dug by Heitkamp. Reinhardt now, and that off the net and down.
Back to back for Reinhardt. You mentioned the injury to Reinhardt. Jackson Center's had a string of injuries. They didn't get a practice with a full squad till late in August.
Last week.
They've
a
not
week
been
ago
a full
today, I think, yeah.
With their nagging, ankle muscle.
3 girls, Davison, Akers, and Hickey, all just returned last week. So they're just now getting their mojo going. And there's a ball served into the net by Putoff.
4th service error. Again, New Bremen 1 point away from game 1, but Jackson Center's only committed 4 errors, 1 hitting and 3 handling errors, or 3 unforced errors. So New Bremen hasn't played that clean, but they still lead the set.
And there's a block attempt, comes across the net. Rechterman is there, pushes it down. Blocked by Rechterman, point to the Cardinals. 25-19, we'll be right back after this break.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Prior to today's match, a presentation before the game was made between 3 ladies battling cancer. There's Coach Kim Metz, she was one of them. There's Tracy Kramer, her husband Brian, her daughter Brooklyn, a JV player, and their family. And there's Coach Metz again, who was out with her husband Bruce. And there is Amy Bruns, her husband Joel, her volleyball player Kaylee. All 3 of these ladies battling cancer, and they're having a nice fundraising event today. You see the shirts and such, wanting those ladies to know the support that the communities, both schools, are giving them as they battle through that. And good luck to all of them, and good to see them out here. And good job by whoever organized that to bring that to the front today. And we're glad that we're able to show you some of that. Again, Kim Metz, the volleyball coach at Jackson Center. Tracy Kramer, a New Bremen lady whose daughter Brooklyn plays volleyball, and Amy Bruns, whose daughter also from New Bremen plays volleyball, Kaylee. And good to see them out, and we wish them the best as they go through their process.
Jackson Center High School has likewise had some fundraisers for Coach Metz. I think I was there last year when they had a supper, or maybe the supper got canceled due to the bad weather, but we did have a fundraiser for her to help with some of the costs and expenses that she's incurred. There's a nice, there was a nice dig there by Winner, and point goes to the Cardinals as Jackson Center was in the net. Just once again remind you that Grand Lake Health is happy to present this volleyball game to us and for us. So remember them in your health needs down the road. And there's one that's not handled well. kill there by Paul.
Taylor Paul finished set number 1 with her uniform number, kills 6-6. Opens up set number 2 with the second one. The first one was by Clara Pape. Pape now a kill in each set. Remember, as a setter, she dishes out 8 assists per contest and also can attack as well when she's in the front row.
There's one block at the net. Stuff block, I believe, by Retkerman and Pape.
A different duo this time. In the first set, it was Macy Putoff tagging up with Taylor Paul for a couple and Josie Reinhardt for a couple. This time, Clara Pape and Ellie Rechterman each will combine. So New Bremen with 4 points coming off stuff blocks in game number 1. Jackson Center had 0. So that was one of Bremen's advantages in set 1.
There's a shoot set right along the net there by Clark as Katie got it in just over, one-handed it to the front corner, and
being
nobody could play it.
She was able to kind of run along the net parallel. She serves now and able to, with her wrists stiff, push it parallel to the net. Her second kill of the match.
Nice dig there by Hickey. Hit across by the Tigers. And blocked right there by Wells and Algebrite. So stuff block for those ladies, point to the Tigers.
First block for point for the Tigers. They were held without one in set 1. So Deja Wells and Megan Algebrite combine.
And there's a fingertip roll, goes wide, off the hands of the Cardinals, point to the Tigers. Tigers quickly now have tied the score at 3-3. Katie Clark served, picked up, hit across, and down on a soft hit, right over the block into the center of the court, nobody home.
Taylor Paul, her second one, and again, off-speed variety. More times than not, New Bremen. Take another look, quick look here as she will go up just with a change up and not able to be played by the Tigers.
Give the full arm swing look, but don't hit it that hard. Here comes Heitkamp across. She's got to stay on the floor. She's a libero.
She's got to attack it under the net.
And there is a double hit.
Now the back row libero, she cannot attack the ball above the net. I think they can jump. They just can't strike the ball with above the nets, and to be safe than sorry, stand on the ground so they take the decision out of the referee.
And there's a block again by Paul and
12. Pape and Putoff.
Pape and Putoff,
so
right.
That's a new combination. So New Bremen very active at the net.
Yeah, there it is. Pape and Putoff.
A host of people now getting in on this block party. See, there the libero jumped and they gave the sign that she didn't break the plane of the top of the net, which I think is hard to tell, but.
And there's one that gets off the first bump, but nobody home to get the second hit. So point goes to the Cardinals, 7-3.
Nice run of offense here by, who got the kill? I didn't know if it was a handling error, because the bump was good, just no one played it.
Well, they didn't get it across.
But it was playable, so I gave it just an unforced error. No one came to hit it for the Tigers.
Putoff, double hit right there on Pape's set.
She knew it when she let go.
Yep.
Deja Wells, 94%. Jackson Center would like nothing more now to get some consecutive serves.
Putoff off the block, out of bounds. Point to the Cardinals. Kill for Putoff.
As a team, the Cardinals average 11.5 kills per set. A team hitting percentage of .268. That's, again, pretty good. Anytime you're in the high 200s, 300s, you're doing very good. High 300s, low 400s, exceptional. You get below that 200 mark, you're in the 100s, you're kind of helping the other team more than you're helping your own team. That hitting percentage calculates your kills less your mistakes divided by your total attack. So seems complicated, but it kind of makes sense if you draw it out on paper.
Mollenhauer's handled quite a few balls here, both in the back row and setting, as they keep it alive. Heitkamp with a hit. Mollenhauer touches it again. Dug there by Algebrite. Back row, slide, Putoff, down.
Again, I like that slide play when you have an athletic player in Putoff. just a lot of momentum, good replay here, and just good timing. Pape probably, I believe, was a setter, so it all comes off of a good placement, get the ball in the hitting zone for your attacker, and Pape does that a high percentage.
And there's a ball handling error in the back row. Service ace to Paul. Point to the Cardinals, 10-4.
Paul leads the team coming in with 13 service aces on the season, also at 90%. She served the ball very well last year for New Bremen. Aggressive style, had a number of aces for the Cardinals as a junior.
There's a hit by Hickey, played by the Cardinals. Heitkamp off the block and down. That's Ashton for a point.
Her first kill of the night, or I should say of the morning.
Afternoon. What is it?
It's not 12 yet, so it's the morning here in New Bremen. 20 minutes away from the noon hour.
Paul back to serve. Dug in the back row there by Mollenauer. No, I'll take that back. That was Plattfoot.
No blocker for put off, so the strike pretty easy. Her third kill.
Here it
I
is.
don't believe anyone went up. I take that back. They did go up.
She got around it. So nice kill there for her. Point to the Cardinals, 12-4. Once again, Jackson Center does not call a timeout. Now trailing by 8.
Well, they get a good answer there. Lizzie Hickey with her first kill. She's been quiet. She averages a kill and a half per set. Her first so far in this match. And it comes at a good time. You mentioned the run that New Bremen was on. It was a 6-point spread. So now they'll look to try to build some momentum of their own.
Akers steps on the floor for Jackson Center. I believe it's the first appearance for her. Front row player. And Clark. Sarah put it down right there now.
That's
point.
2 of them for the Tigers.
Kennedy Jackson back to serve. And she sends it long, point to the Cardinals.
First service error of the night of the match for the Tigers. Again, they come in as a team at 95.6%. So they don't hit many out of bounds. They don't hit many deep.
There's a hit by Akers. Long, out of bounds, point to the Cardinals. Pape back to serve again. That one's tipped at the net. Reinhardt around the block and down. Got around the double block and put it down.
And not only got around, but put a lot on it.
That's the 10-foot line about.
Reinhardt, her first kill of set number 2. She had 2 in game 1, averaging just under 3, both her and Taylor Paul at 2.9.
Pape's serve a little strong, out of bounds long, point to the Cardinals.
8-point lead for New Bremen. They've played cleaner this set. That's just their third error that they've committed.
Sarah Clark serving now for
game
Jackson.
Number 1, Cardinals committed 10 errors.
Heitkamp's shot is blocked, picked up by the Tigers on a small roll, or a put off. Akers with a shot, picked up. Heitkamp with another shot, and that off the block and off of handle there by Katie Clark.
Heitkamp to Heitkamp. Diana able to set her cousin Ashton, and Ashton her second kill.
Put off back to serve for the Cardinals. Dug nicely there by Winter. And a big hammer that time by Katie Clark as she gets it off the Cardinals block and down on the Cardinals side, point to the Tigers.
6'2" junior Katie Clark averaging just over 2 kills per set with 3 in this match so far.
There's one touched at the net, long and deep, but played in the back row. And there's a quick hit on what I call the quick set to Retkerman, and she's up before the block is and down with the ball.
There's your key point, up before the block is the change of pace by, in this case, Pape going on the short one. Retkerman answers. That's her 5th kill. She had 4 in game 1, her first here in game number 2, but a good match so far for the junior Ellie Retkerman.
Diana Heitkamp long with that one. Point to the Tigers. We'll have the Tigers serving as Mollenhauer steps in. Mollenhauer to serve. Knuckleball across. And there's Mollenhauer digs. And that blocked nicely by Reckerman as the libero hit it at the net. Paul, long. Point.
Tigers fortunate there. That last rotation, I believe their setter bumped it, their attackers set it, and their libero attacked it. I mean, that's not the system. It's usually in reverse, but it's just how the ball went, and ended up that the setter had to take the first touch, and the attacker had to take the second, and the libero hit the third.
An off-speed swing there by Paul, and that gets down in front of the front row. So kill there for Paul. Point goes to the Cardinals.
For third.
18-10.
New Bremen in control here in game number 2. They won game 1 by 6, 25-19.
And double hit on that serve as Algebright tried to shoot it across the court to
well, again, the ball
Clark.
went to the setter for the first touch, and usually that puts teams out of their normal cycle, and Clark trying to do her best to do what she doesn't normally have to do, set it, commits a handling error.
Ball handling error there, so ace goes to Reinhardt.
Reinhardt now 2 aces on the match, 1 in each set. Had 6 coming in, so give her 8 on the season.
It's a 2-for-1 deal, 20-10. Hit there by Wells. Doug, Heitkamp to Paul.
Pape,
I'm sorry, and it's wide.
Out.
So Pape's shot goes long left. Point to the Tigers, 20-11. And that one nicely done right there by Paul, as it actually, I believe, hit on the New Bremen side of the net, crawled over the net and down.
I wonder how that works, because if you hit top spin, yeah, but wouldn't top spin make the ball go down, or is it kind of?
I think it carries it over with its momentum, and it tracks up. It walks up the wall.
Plus, when the blockers are on the other side, I think it hits their arm as well, and kind of like you said, yeah, climbs up. It would be nice to see that in like a slow motion, high definition video.
And there's one off the block by Putoff, and out of bounds off the Tigers. So, okay, here it is. Here it is.
This is what we just talked about.
There it is.
It hit the net, maybe hit the top of the tip, maybe top of the tape, and just kind of crawled over. But yeah,
maybe it did touch their hands too. But from right here in live action, it went pretty quick. And there's miscommunication between Hickey and Algebright, as they not sure who was going to hit it. Out of bounds, 23-11 for the Cardinals. Reckerman back to serve. And there's Clark, one off the block.
So we'll see once here. It'll be a point for, so you said it was Clark or?
Clark hit it. It was off the 31.
Oh, gotcha.
Sarah. Sarah had the kill off the block of the Cardinals, out of bounds, point to the Cardinals. And there's a mishandle, but a kill there for Paul, as that was an easy play, nothing too hard. She didn't even really elevate. She almost just in the save mode, and it got it down. So
Reagan Davidson, number 32 for the Tigers. Replacement. Here is Coach Metz trying to slow down the momentum for the Cardinals a bit at game point.
And nice hit there by Hickey as she gets it off of the Cardinals block. Out of bounds, point to Jackson Center.
Izzy with her second kill of the set. None in game number 1 for the 5'9" senior. Came in averaging 1.5 kills per set.
Akers steps back in the front row for the Tigers. Here comes a hit out of the middle, dug by the libero to the front row, but can't be handled. Out of bounds. Kill there, I believe, to Putoff. I couldn't see. She's behind the referee. And so second match goes in favor of the New Bremen Cardinals, 25-13. We'll return shortly for set number 3.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Just once again, happy to be broadcasting today's game presented by Grand Lake Health. Remember them in your health needs. Our other sponsors for this evening, American Trim will brought you the starting lineup. First National Bank, that's our scoreboard sponsor. Keyhole Pizza, keys to the game. Winners Meats, Replays, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Clydegem, Precision Strip, Schwederman's Pharmacies, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwederman, Carriage Works, and Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Once again, I'd like to thank those sponsors for making this broadcast possible as we are at New Bremen High School, now entering our third set as we get ready to go. And that was a carry before the ball was hitting the net.
New Bremen in game number 2 continues to attack well. They finished game 2 with 15 kills compared to 6 for the Tigers. New Bremen also 2 service aces and 2 termination blocks. Tigers no aces and just 1 stuff block. So New Bremen played much cleaner, only 6 errors in game number 2. Likewise did the Tigers with 6, but New Bremen dominated most of that set number 2 and owns a 2-0 lead here in this match.
So
Reinhardt out of the right front.
Off a little bit of touch, I believe, at the net, and then couldn't be touched by the back row as it was a cross-court cut. And there's a shot there by Clark off of the block. No, inbounds. I thought it was off the block. Can't tell
so
from here.
Rechterman and also Taylor Paul. Again, that's a new combination. They tag team. New Bremen's been very active. 4 termination blocks in set 1, 2 in set number 2, and been very active at the net.
Nice hit there by Paul.
Ava Winter, nice play to keep it alive.
Yes, yes, yes.
Free ball, though. This is what New Bremen likes. That's why they hit it hard. They force you to free ball it back over so they can get a better opportunity to go into system. Rechterman delivers with her first kill of set 3 and her 6th of the match.
Rechterman out of the middle delivered another powerful hit. Reinhardt to serve. Dug there by Davison.
Give Reinhardt an ace.
Can't play it there as Hickey was unable to handle it. Out of bounds. Point to the Cardinals.
First touch is so important. You can
get in system.
If your setter is chasing the ball or you have someone taking a second touch, it's not your setter. That's not usually good, and it results in something like this that is really easy to receive and allows you the other team's offense to get into rhythm.
And there's a nice shot right down the line by Paul in the left corner. Nobody home.
A dozen kills for Paul. Take another look at it here down the left sideline. Just
right
inbounds.
In front of the line. Reinhardt to serve. Dug out of the back row. Clark with a hit. Off the block and down. So kill there for Katie Clark, the junior.
Clark with 4 kills in the match. Goes back to serve now.
Her sister, a sophomore, steps in the front row, Sarah Clark. There's a hit by put off, I believe.
Paul.
What was Paul? Okay, yes. There's Reinhardt out of the back row off the block. Dug there by Clark. And off Mollenhauer over the net and down.
Mollenhauer not
She apparently was not above the net.
Okay.
She is a back row attacker. Otherwise, that would be illegal.
So the attack must have happened below the tape.
Yep.
That's why I think New Bremen was questioning or challenging, and the call stands that Mollenhauer will get the kill.
If Jeff had any hands and movement, he could have played that.
Katie Clark records a service ace. And this Jackson Center, I don't think they've led at all today.
And that one's long by Clark.
They had it tied early on, maybe in each set, but I don't think they've ever had the lead. So New Bremen's done a good job getting out in front and then putting the pedal down and going on some runs. And
like we said, Jackson Center just got 3 players back, and they had to fill a hole here. They had the player of the year in the league last year in the Shelby County League.
Raquel Kessler.
Yeah. And there's another hard hit off the block, out of bounds by put off. Point to the Cardinals.
Yeah, so they have big shoes to fill with Kessler graduating, player of the year, and she was averaged a bunch of kills per set.
And
good
then I think they had a Sosby and a Fetters, both District 9 players also. So
one of them was a 3-year libero.
Players, yes, 3 big-time players.
Think of a libero, people not scoring, but a libero, though, gets that first touch a lot of times, and when you have a 3-year veteran back there that delivers the ball to the setter, that can get your offense in system.
Yep. Nice play by Pape as she goes up, uses the left hand and pulls it down.
We saw her hammer one right-handed in the first set, but can do it each hand, and it does it cleanly. That's her 3rd one of the set, or the match.
Without a carry.
Does it cleanly, and she has one of them now in each set, so 3 on the day.
And Paul's service goes into the net. Point goes to the Tigers. 8-6 in favor of the Cardinals. Kennedy Jackson into serve for the Tigers. Heitkamp receives it. Pape took it across, but it was picked up. Heitkamp to Putoff. Putoff shoots it to the deep left corner. Touch there, but can't be played. Kill to Putoff. Point to the Cardinals.
There, Pape and Putoff kind of went quickly, and Putoff put it where they weren't on defense, just out of the reach. So good awareness. The Cardinals, you wonder sometimes how you sense that opening, but Putoff did a nice job finding it, recognizing it, and getting the kill.
There's one played out of the back row. Ricochet, nice one. Reinhardt got it. Dinked across there by Plattfoot. Off the block, out of bounds. Point to the Cardinals. Didn't get to see who hit it. Was
Putoff, I believe. Take a quick look here. He's touched right at the net. Yeah, it's Putoff number 8 in the middle.
Yeah. And blocked and just comes right over to the referee's stand.
So the Tigers were there to make contact, but don't get the reward as it goes out of bounds.
Putoff with another slug, but dug. Dinked across, picked up on the block. Heitkamp, that's Ashton. And there's Clark. Heitkamp, that's Devin, or Diana. Put it across.
Here's a chance the Tigers take advantage of the free ball.
And dug there by Heitkamp. Blocked there by Putoff.
Good volley, ends with a ball handling error. Both teams with some exceptional digs. Some good swings on offense, but unfortunately for the Tigers, just a mishandle again by a person that's normally not the setter, trying to help her teammate, slips through her hands for the illegal contact.
And there's one hit long by Plattfoot, out of bounds. Point to the Cardinals. 11-6.
They'll call a touch.
Oh, they did? I'm sorry, didn't see it.
So okay. Plattfoot will get credit for the kill.
Yep, 11-7.
See if the Tigers can take advantage of this. They trail 2-0. We're kind of dominated in game number 1. Didn't get a lot working.
And that service goes long, out of bounds. Point to the Cardinals. Putoff back to serve for the Cardinals. Number 8.
Coach Diana Kramer in her 4th season at New Bremen. Previously to that, 6 seasons at St. Henry's. Dennis mentioned earlier, won a state title at both of those schools. Won it in 2011 and at 2016. I'm sorry, 2017.
I think you're right.
17 was 2017 won it as New Bremen. 2011 won it at St. Henry. Runners up twice. Runner up in 2018 with New Bremen and also 2015 with St. Henry for Coach Kramer. And Coach Metz also, as you mentioned, 32 years at the school. A couple state titles for her and a couple runners up as well.
Okay, that one can't be handled out of the back row, so point goes to the Cardinals. Score now goes 14-7. Put off back to serve once again.
There's an aggressive serve and
mishandled there in the back row, so we're going to have to give Ashton Heitkamp a kill on that one.
I think it was actually Reinhardt.
You think she blocked it? I didn't think it got there, but okay.
I thought she was the one that touched it, and then that caused the mishandle. We'll take a look here.
Here we go.
There's a contact, I believe, by Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt did touch it. So Reinhardt with a kill. And there's a trickler as it crawls across for put off. Heitkamp can't quite handle that as she stretches. Maybe if she were 6 foot, she could get that.
And I'm not sure which Tiger hit it.
I'm not either.
I think
it might have been.
We'll ask our guys in the van if they have help on that.
Might have been flat-foot. There's a hit by Reinhardt. Now a big block there off of Hickey's hammer shot. Down, and point goes to the Cardinals.
Ashton Heitkamp and Ellie Rechterman team up for that stuff block. Bremen very active at the net defensively.
Okay,
and confirmation on the last JC point. It was by Elena Plattfoot, her second kill of game 3 as they clean up some moisture on the court. But New Bremen in the New Knoxville match made it very difficult for the Rangers to get much on going on offense either. They at times would triple block them certain areas, and they can do that because they have a good supporting 3 players behind them that can cover and anticipate and pick up the attacks.
There's an overpass stuff block there by Reinhardt as the dig on the service by Heitkamp went long, and there's nobody at the net to protect it.
Good play by Reinhardt, and it came as a result of an aggressive serve. Makes it very difficult to get the ball in play. You want to get the setter to run if you can. Makes it much more difficult to put the ball in the hitting zone for the attacker.
And there's a nice hit by
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt again, and off of a back set by Pape.
7 kills in the match for Reinhardt. New Bremen 7 points away from earning the 3-0 match, and right now
look like they're
pretty
in the
clean.
driver's seat, yes.
A lot of weapons, and both offensively and defensively, and they handle the ball very well with Pape setting. And I mentioned that they had a little miss time there, and I'm not real sure where the lift came from.
I don't either. Just because she was down doesn't mean she can't hit it. I don't know.
Maybe caught the referee maybe off balance too, because the Rechterman went up and she didn't hang it. She didn't hit it, didn't touch it, came down and then hit it. So it's all right. The Cardinals won't challenge too much. They have the 9-point lead now. Good attack.
Paul with one attack, now another. Now it comes Clark's turn, and it's in the left deep corner, point
nice
to
spot.
the Tiger.
Katie Clark put it where they're not, and she did that with her second kill of game 3. 5 on the match so far for the 6'2" junior, Katie Clark.
18-10. Reinhardt's shot goes long.
Just the first attack error by the Cardinals here in game number 3. They've done pretty well. They had 4 attack errors in game 1, 3 in game number 2, and that was their first here. And we're nearly to the end of game 3, so they've been attacking the ball much better today.
There's one that's hit long on a touch by Elizabeth Hickey. Point to the Tigers, so kill for Hickey.
Yeah, Izzy gets her first of game 3. Her third of the match, was held without one in game number 1, but 3 on the day for Hickey.
Rechterman with a push shove. Algebright's shot is there. Now that one goes deep. and can't be handled as it's brought back outside the
stick.
Wand.
The pins. You're the only one that calls it a wand.
Wow, it looks to me like a director's wand. And Mullenauer bumps that up. Winner over. Off of the block by Katie Clark. Point to the Tigers. 13-19.
Tigers need to make a run here. They trail by 6, but Bremen only needs 6 more points. So they've got to get some offense here in bunches. It's going to take consecutive serves. There, I caught that one.
Hey, got her. Good hands. So Katie Clark with an ace there as it can't be handled in the back row by the Cardinals.
Her second ace of game number 3. That time, Diana Heitkamp able to clean it cleanly, make a clean play on it.
That one got thrown down with authority right there by the Cardinals. Here you see it.
It started with a good first touch this time, and they get right into system, and
Rechterman elevates, swings, and down.
A lot of New Bremen's attackers do that word you just said, elevate. They're athletic, they can jump. They're somewhat tall as well, but they're able to also get vertical with the helps of their legs.
That one, I believe, was hit by Hickey out of bounds, wide left. Point to the Cardinals, 21-14. Set number 3 here at New Bremen High School. And there's a nice hit by Sarah Clark, the sophomore, as she gets it off the block and down for a point for Jackson Center.
For Sarah Clark, her first kill of game number 3. She had 5 back in game number 1, had a very good game 1, 2 in game number 2, and got her 8th of the match here in game 3.
And there's a play at the net, and Akers gets it off the block of the Cardinals as she stayed with it.
Shia Akers, 6'1" sophomore. You talk about their height. She's another one of those tall attackers in the front row for Metz, and young as well. Just a sophomore.
And there's another sophomore, Sarah Clark. She swings and puts that one down for a kill, and the Tigers come back 21-17.
Again, trail by 4, but 4 to go. A little bit ago, it was trail by 6 with 6 to go, so they need to get a stop here defensively.
There's a nice shot out of the back row by Reinhardt. Handled there by Algebright, got punched across.
Oh, here it comes.
Here's a slide, put off.
Well played this time by the Tigers. Maybe put off didn't get a lot on it.
And Clark's shot is blocked by Pape and I believe put off.
Boy, those New Bremen players have been active. I haven't seen any triple blocking like we did at New Knoxville when they played them, but
yeah, Pape and put off.
Those two have been, I should say the whole front row has been very smart today, if that's the right word, with their blocking. And to use a basketball reference by Coach Kramer, what she told us was it's man-to-man. And you follow your man, and Coach Metz chimed in and said, take a charge. Yeah. So those two use basketball terminology to help those blockers. And you don't see a lot of blocks for points anymore, but New Bremen as a team averages 4. So that's got to be one of the higher averages around. And it comes with good timing and awareness of the ball.
And there's 4 hits as the first contact was not qualify as a block, so a kill there for the Tigers.
3 points down, 3 to go for New Bremen, so the magic number getting smaller, but Tigers making a run.
Played in the back row by Hickey, and off the wand and out of bounds.
Tough break for Jackson Center. You know, that was that, you know, make or break. You either get within 2, now you go down to 4.
Yeah.
Not many points left. Pape serving.
That one might have been long, but it was played by Winter in the back row. At the net.
Put off.
Overpass kill there by put off.
Match point.
So match and set point. Set and match point. Matten's hit, chasing it.
3 ball, New Bremen will begin to salivate here on offense.
Reinhardt shot long.
Just take advantage of it. One of the few times New Bremen will give the Tigers the ball back following a free ball. New Bremen loves to get those types when it comes over soft. For the moment, the Tigers stay alive. They're going to have to play great defense.
there's a hit and the kill for the final point. Cardinals win 25-20. Cardinals win the match 3-0. We'll be right back after the messages, and we'll get our stats and conclusion with all of today's activities. We'll be right back.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
At CAPT, we use Hometown Opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Okay, NKTelco Sports and Grand Lake Health have proudly presented today's broadcast, and we thank them for that. We'll now go to Jeff Hinchin for the final stats, as well as the Player of the Game award today.
New Bremen dominates today's match. They win in 3 sets, 19, 13, and 20. Jackson Center battles back. When I say dominate, Jackson did make some runs, but New Bremen really played well today and answered those runs by Jackson Center, maybe with a better run of their own, and wins today's matchup in 3 sets. For the Tigers, Izzy Hickey with 3 kills, Ashley Mollenauer with 1, Elena Plattfoot with 2, Deja Wells with 1, Shia Akers with 1. Leading them today in kills was Sarah Clark, the sophomore, with 9. Her sister Katie Clark finishes with 6, and Megan Augerbright had 1 kill. A total of 24 kills for Jackson Center. New Bremen, as a team, 44 kills. So there's the firepower we speak of. For the New Bremen Cardinals, here is their kill numbers, or are their kill numbers. Ashton Heitkamp, 2. Josie Reinhardt, 7. A dozen for Taylor Paul. A baker's dozen for Macy Putoff. Claire Pape with 3. Ellie Rechterman with 7. Their total of 44. So the New Bremen Cardinals win the attack battle. Both teams service-wise, the Cardinals had 5 service aces. Jackson Center had 4. Another key factor for the match, New Bremen wins the blocking battle. New Bremen earns 9 points via the block compared to just 1 for the Tigers. So 8 more block points plus 20 more attack points. Good reason why New Bremen wins today. They do commit 7 extra errors, but the attacking battle won far outweighs that errors
plus
made.
Your intimidation factor.
Plus, yeah, just the constant pounding and the other team playing self-defense. and free balling over and giving you another opportunity to go after and create an aggressive attack. So New Bremen, 44 kills, 5 aces, 9 blocks. Jackson Center, 24 kills, 4 aces, 1 block. That's how things went. Want to just mention the blocking again for New Bremen. Heitkamp with 3, Taylor Paul with 3, Macy Putoff with 6, Claire Pape with 3, and Ellie Rechterman with 3. Our player of the game today, brought to you by NKTelco, goes to Macy Putoff. She wears number 8 for the Cardinals. She was our player of the game. She recorded 13 kills, had 1 service ace, and was a part of 6 stuff blocks. Congratulations to Macy Putoff, number 8, our player of the game.
Okay, that concludes the statistics and the Player of the Game award. Just like to once again thank Grand Lake Health for presenting today's broadcast with the assistance of the following people. Don't forget American Trim, they presented the starting lineup. Keys to the game were brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays, and we had many of them by Winners Meats. Want to thank the guys in the truck for their assistance there. That's almost helps us do our statistics a little bit better. Player of the game, NKTelco, and our scoreboard, First National Bank here in New Bremen. Other sponsors, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Cy Schwieterman's, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Our producer for today was Scott Robinson, and he was assisted by Bryce Hamrick. Our camera people, Jim and Josh Miller, and yes, for those who are watching, that is a father-son duo. And the announcers today, the color man and all the statistics is Jeff Henshin. I'm the play-by-play man, Dennis Henshin. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, final today from New Bremen. New Bremen in 3 over Jackson Center. Good night, everyone. Have a nice day.